Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of April 4th through April 10th. What we have showing up for you on Monday is we have the Empress card. And the Empress card just tells me that you have some very good things going on Monday. This is kind of a time of creating new things. This can be new ideas, new business projects. This can also be creating new babies. So if you don't want to do that, use some free will and take some precautions. If you do, this could be a very good time for that. But it doesn't have to be creating babies. Like I said, it can be creating something new in business, or this could also be creating something new in a relationship or in a love life or in a friendship. But it really does talk about a new creation. It talks about those things that are beautiful, those things that you really appreciate coming into you on Monday, those inspiring ideas coming into you on Monday, Sagittarius. Now, on Tuesday, what you have coming up is the Five of Clubs. And the Five of Clubs is just telling me that there's a lot of creative ideas running around in your environment. So you probably have at least two or three creative people that are in your environment, sort of inspiring you, opening up your eyes, broadening your horizons, sort of expanding things as long as you're open to that. But there's a lot of creative energy around you. This can be a little bit overwhelming too when you've got so much going on all at once. You guys could actually be sitting down and brainstorming about something, but there's definitely enough action, enough changes coming into place to keep you on your toes on Tuesday. Now, on Wednesday, what we have coming up is we do have the Fool in reverse. And the Fool in reverse is just telling me that there's something happening on Wednesday that you want to be really careful to think your way through. And when I say you want to be, I'm not advising you, I'm just telling you that's how you're going to be looking at it. You're going to be trying to make sure that you've looked at all angles and that you've thought this thing through in a way that it's foolproof. Whatever your decision is, that your decision is foolproof. So this is what the Fool in reverse really talks about, is trying to find some kind of foolproof solution to a situation that you're thinking about on Wednesday. Now, on Thursday, what you have showing up here is the Falling Tower. And a lot of people are a little bit afraid of this card. It is something that's very unsettling and dismaying initially, but in the long term, it's actually a good card. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on here. On Thursday, there's something in your life that you kind of thought would be there indefinitely, that felt very secure to you. Well, on Thursday, it's just suddenly and unexpectedly being pulled out of your life. So whatever this thing is, this can have to do with a relationship, this can have to do with work, this can do with anything. Um, but whatever it is, it's a place that, or it's a situation that you felt very comfortable in, and now all of a sudden you're left. Usually when this happens, people are left sort of almost, metaphorically gasping for air and trying to get their feet back under them again. They want to replace whatever this was that just got pulled out of their life. So I see whatever that is being pulled out on Thursday. But the deal with this is, generally when this card shows up, this secure place that you've been in, it was secure, definitely, but you've outgrown it. Like you're too smart for that, or you're too advanced for that in some way. And you haven't really been looking around for other things that you could do where you could grow some more and advance some more. So you've actually been stagnating in whatever this situation was. So when Spirit pulls that away, it's pulling it away because he's tired of seeing you stagnating. He wants to see you grow and move forward. So what happens after you get your breath back and you get your feet back under you is you start looking for new opportunities to fill in some of those old holes that are left behind when that thing gets pulled away. And what you invariably find is that those new opportunities are better than that old thing you were involved in, or you were doing. So in the long term, it really provides for your advancement, for your growth, for moving forward. And so it really brings about those good opportunities for you. When it first happens on Thursday, though, most people don't see that long-term good. They just see that panicky, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? Just remember that part's just the first part of that phase. It gets better. Okay. So now on Friday, what we have coming up is the Hermit in reverse, Sagittarius. This is telling me that on Friday you are going to be spending a significant part of the day on your own, investigating, trying to understand yourself, that type of thing. By the end of the day, Friday, I feel like you're going to be ready to be social. You're going to want to be with somebody. I see this also come up a lot in relationship spreads too. When we've got the Hermit in reverse, this can be where there was a separation in a relationship and where either yourself or the other person is feeling lonely and feeling like coming back into that relationship. Usually when the Hermit comes up in reverse, that relationship does get back underway again. So if that's coming for you in the romantic sense, then that could be how that's going to manifest for you. But generally, what I have for the Hermit is spending some time alone during the day and then in the evening being ready to go out and be social in some way or other. Now, what we have coming up the very next day is the Four of Clubs. This is another one that if I see it in a relationship spread, it talks about maybe some kind of temporary separation and then the two lovers coming back together. So this could be like somebody going on vacation and then coming back home. In this case, you know, like in that example, this Hermit in reverse could be somebody really just missing being at home, being homesick, and wanting to come back home. So the next day, coming back home, what else could this be? This can also be bringing a new baby into the home. This can be a family get together for a birthday, an anniversary, first communion, whatever, family reunion. This can also be somebody coming home from a military tour of service. This could be somebody moving back into mom and dad's house. This can also come up, not as often, but I have seen it also come up in work situations or in friendship situations where maybe a friend moves back into the neighborhood or a coworker starts working back in the same office again where maybe they were gone working somewhere else before. But the bottom line when I see this card on Saturday is just somebody is coming into the nest. So if you look at it like that in that very general way, I'm sure that you'll see how that's going to manifest in your life for those of you that this does apply to. Of course, this is a general reading, so it won't apply to every single Sagittarius that watches this video, but my prayer is that it will apply to most of you most of the time. We're not always in the majority though, are we? Okay, so Sunday. Five of Cups is what's showing up here, and the Five of Cups is just telling me that you had some kind of little disappointment that happened. And I guess I shouldn't say little disappointment, although in the grand scheme of things, really it probably is, but right at the time that happens, doesn't feel so little. Anyway, there is a disappointment that shows up for you, and on Sunday I feel like you are sort of rearranging your priorities to keep that disappointment from impacting you in such a big way if that same thing should happen again. So you're going to be spending more time and energy and effort on something other than whatever it was that disappointed you. Okay, so Sagittarius, that is your week. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic week. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.